Okay, well this is my 2-week update on my project pan, and the first one was kind of all over the place, it felt like, but anyway, I have a little bit of progress that I want to show you. I have finished 2 items, and I just noticed that I have my neighbors right in the front yard, and so I hope that you can't hear them very well, but okay, on to the first one that I finished. This is the Revlon Nearly Naked Powder in the shade Fair, which is number 10, and obviously I had to scrape the product from around the edge and repress it into the center and use the rest of it up that way. That was fine. I feel like I get my money's worth when I repress my powders. This Revlon powder retails at Target for $8.99, so I just rounded it up to $9 because, after tax and everything. $9 for this guy. And then I finished one of my lip products, thank goodness. This Project Pan is extremely heavy on the lip products because I have so many of them. That really needs to be where a large chunk of my focus is. And I finished up this Sonia Kashuk. These have the longest names ever. Let's see here. These are the Shine Luxe Sheer Lip Colors. This one is in Sheer Pink Lust. So these are an extremely soft formula and they're really easy to use. If you have one of these in your collection and you're doing Project Pan, throw it in because they're not hard to use up at all. They're kind of like the Revlon lip butters, but more of a soft, like the consistency of these is way softer, so way easier to use up. It was kind of like a nude, run-of-the-mill shade. Oh, these retail for, what do they retail for? $10.99, so in the first 2 weeks I used up $20 worth of products, which isn't too bad. 2 weeks, not too bad. This is the Pink Sugar Hair Perfume. So when I started the Project Pan, I was right here, and now as you can see I'm down to here, so pretty decent progress, a little bit under an inch worth of progress in this product. I love this product, but it just dawned on me, I think I got this in December of last year or this January, so I need to use it up. Having this around for close to a year isn't very good, so this should be gone in, I want to say 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. This should be finished up, so can't wait for that. And then the next item, it was kind of a mini sample. It is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer in Radiance, and I finally figured out a way to mark the progress on this. On my phone, I have a little app that's the flashlight app, and it's so incredibly bright that it will allow me to see through the packaging, because just holding it up to a regular light or in the sun, I can't see through the packaging. So I did that. I'm down to here. Since I'm so far down, and this was, at least halfway finished up when I started, I'm throwing in my other one. This one is a little bit different though. These both have, when you start off, they both have half of a fluid ounce, so together it would be 1 fluid ounce with 2 of these. Anyway, this one is the foundation primer in the Protect version, so it's not like a luminous finish or anything. This just has a sunscreen base in it. It's a SPF 30, so, and I held this one up to the light. I'm right up to there, so hopefully this should be finished up by the end of the Project Pan. And then the next item that I had in here, this is the Tarte Smooth Operator Micronized Clay Finishing Powder. When I started, I tapped it down on a hard surface and it was at this line, and now I'm down to this line. I've been using this since I finished up my Revlon powder, and it's not my favorite, I have to say. I will be pretty happy when this is used up. I think when I'm done with all of my loose powders, the only loose powder that I wouldn't mind keeping around would be the Bare Minerals Original Loose Powder Foundation. And then the rest of them, I think I'll stick with pressed versions of some sort. Okay, this needed to be amended because there is no way in a year that I would be able to get through this. This was the Revlon Photo Ready Concealer. I got this on sale and it was super clearanced out, and so I just got it. I knew the shade wasn't a match, but this is how much product is in here. And I measured it. It's the exact same measurement. I used it every single day for I think 10 days, and I use it in such a small area that I use it right in this little dip right here that's in underneath my eye area. I use such a small amount that it would probably take me a year to finish this up. I do have a friend that she's about 2 to 3 shades darker than me in complexion and actually fits her well, and she was super excited to receive this. So I'm gonna give this to her. I mean, I don't like doing that with a project pan, but it doesn't work for me. I'm going to replace it with this Maybelline Mineral Power Concealer in the shade Fair, which is a match. I flipped this upside down so I could kind of see roughly where I'm at in here. I can't really tell because it's not settled all the way. It's going to take a little while for this to be settled. I really need to use this. It's kind of scary how old this product is, so I need to use it. It needs to be finished up ASAP. Next item was the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW20. And look guys, I'm all finished. Just teasing. So I had to actually take this apart and take the cap off, which, mind you, there is one video online that shows you how to take the cap off. That method was not working for me. I couldn't find something that could get up in there and lift the cap off, because the top of this glass container has a little lip on it. And so I actually had to use a completely different method than the one single video in existence, and I actually filmed taking the cap off. So I think I'm going to upload a video. So if you're using this product and you can't get the little last remainder of that much product, or even that much product out of the bottom of your Pro Longwear concealer, I'll have that up eventually. When the cap is all the way onto the container here, there's a good at least that much of space between the tube and the bottom of the container. And if you'll look on here, maybe you'll be able to see this if I put it up against my hair or something. See how the tube at the end kind of has like a scoop in it? That is so frustrating, because if you have a flat layer of product, there's no way you're going to be able to pump it out, because it has to be completely submerged in the product. Anyway, I did take it apart and scoop all of it out. This is what I have remaining in the container, this little sample size from MAC, so shouldn't take me too much longer to finish this guy up, hopefully. Next up, I have my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. This is in the shade Empire. Now, last time when I held it up to my finger, it was about like this, and it was all the way up to the top of my ring finger. This is about halfway finished and should be gone in 2 weeks. So next I have a lip gloss. This is the Maybelline Fuchsia Sparks, I think it is. Yeah. And this is where I was initially, and this is 2 weeks into my progress. I'm down to here, so hopefully this should be gone in by the next update. Then I have my Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain in the shade Precious. I tell ya, when these first came out, I bought like 4 or 5 of these, and I don't like them anymore. I used this for a solid, it was a good 10 days, and that's all the progress that I made on it. This is where it was when I rolled it up all the way. when I started the project, and then that's after 2 weeks worth of progress, when it was really only like 10 days worth of progress, but roll it up, and that's what it looks like. This is what I have left. It's not a lot, but it's gonna take some time. The next item, this is my CoverGirl honeyed lipstick. I put the marks on the back of the packaging, so when I take the cap off, I roll it up, and then this one I roll down so the plastic stopper isn't showing, and then I measure it up against the cap. It looks like I was clear up here when I started, and then 2 weeks in, I'm all the way down to here. So there's not a lot of product left in here. Last item here, this is the Tarte Grateful Lip Surgeons Lip Tint. This one is, yeah, it's in Grateful. There is my progress. Same thing with this one. I roll it all the way up, and you can see I've made about, I don't know, I only wore this I think 3 or 4 days, and I'm halfway done. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm halfway finished here. It shouldn't take too much longer to use this one up, and I'm probably going to end up throwing in a second one of these little mini Tarte Lip Surgeons ones, just to count as, you know, a more of a full-size lipstick. So, but that's all I have today for you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I went over my Project Pan items, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks with another update.